Hey guys, welcome back to the 32nd episode of the Two Brits, One Yank podcast. And there he goes. He's laughing again. I can see you in the bottom, bro.
Hey guys.
Yeah, I've had enough of this, bro. This is like the third time I've tried to intro the pod, and he just laughs at how
The
I
thing is, I
speak.
was looking at Bodie laughing, and then I looked at myself laughing, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just want to wish everyone a happy new year. Hope everyone had a good Christmas. We had a really good Christmas ourselves, spent it together, which was really nice. It was, a different kind of Christmas for us away from our families.
yeah,
But
definitely. First Christmas I've been away from my parents and extended family, so a little bit different. But my Maidstone family welcomed me in, and no, I'm very thankful to Barbie P, Claire, Rihanna, and obviously Tops for letting us stay here. And it was
yeah,
nice to spend Christmas with Connor.
yeah, it was a good time. My boy got me this really nice El Salvador top. So I want to give a shout out to my boy, by the way, Daniel Aguilar, actually born in El Salvador. I sent it to him, and he was like, "Why do you have an El Salvador top?" I was like, random football mystery box.
To be fair play for you knowing exactly who it was straight away, because at first I thought, is it Estonia or someone?
Espanol or
Yeah, I
something?
wasn't actually too sure. But
Yeah.
it looks like a little like Christian, like Catholic sort of like prep boy. It suits you well.
Well,
Yeah.
bro, when he FaceTimed me before we went live, and I was like, Connor, what the hell are you wearing? And then he showed me. I was like, oh, right, cool. Yeah, that's
But
pretty cool.
I was moving like a priest or something.
Nah, facts. That is
Yeah.
CBA or whatever it's called,
Yeah.
CAB.
Christian Brothers Academy, best high school in the nation, baby.
Bro's willingly saying that on pod that his school was called Christian Brothers Academy. I would just say it's CBA.
Great place. All boys school. Loved it.
Bro's celebrating an all boys school.
Yeah.
That sums you up.
No, but I will say the thing about single sex education, which is really nice, is like no one's trying to impress like women or anything. So it was just a really fun place to be where like everyone were themselves and you could say whatever you wanted. Like, with girls,
But you
with
haven't
girls.
been at other places.
That's why you have no game now.
You can't
Because you
compare
didn't
them.
grow up
Bro,
with
Yeah,
girls.
don't chat to me.
That's why.
Don't chat because I'm gonna expose you on
That's why.
pod. Don't chat.
That's exactly why. That's
No,
exactly
I
why.
went to I
So
went to school with girls until I was 14, and then from 18 to 23 as well. But the most fun I had at school was at CBA, where you could just kind of like make whatever jokes you wanted. There were not like people like are guarded around girls. It's true.
make me a sandwich. Is that what you got that one
make me
from?
a
Make
sandwich.
me a
That is
sandwich.
outrageous. I would never say something like that. Please don't paint me as misogynist on pod, bro. Please. I'm gonna have
Don't paint me as what I am on pod, please.
that is
To be
outrageous.
fair, it did when we went to Finn's graduation. It did look a cool school, actually. It did look a
Thank
cool
you.
school.
No, I was very thankful that your parents and Finn were willing to invite us to the school and let us
Mm,
be part of that. But I got
hmm
honest, it did give me culty vibes, and I was honest with you at the time, and I said, "This is great." No, but the thing is, the whole of America gives me cult vibes because everything you do, you pledge allegiance to the flag every
Yeah,
5 minutes.
patriotic
I
people,
was like,
bro.
"What's going on here?"
Think of it.
Yeah, like how
We've
many
been
times was
there-
the national anthem
We're
played?
so proud
But
to.
I've got to say that I do not mean that in any
Well,
in like any bad way at all. And I think that Sean
Mm.
definitely understands what I mean. For being in England
No,
and working in
totally.
England and then going there, I was a bit like, what's going on here?
I understand what you mean as well, but
Yeah.
we're just so happy to be free of the oppressive British rule. So, everyone's just so excited, pledge allegiance to the flag.
Best country in the world.
Yeah.
No, I will say, even like when you play sport games growing up, you sing the national anthem before. It's maybe some people would say it's a bit overkill. It's just what I was used to growing up, but I could totally see for you guys how strange that would be.
But I think it's just, I was like, what the hell's going on here?
Yeah,
Like,
but that's not even my school. It's everywhere. So a high school basketball game, if you have 30 games, you're singing the Pledge of Allegiance, or you're singing the national anthem 30
it's
times.
crazy.
Yeah.
No,
But that's
sadly, I think
30
it's
times.
so different.
Yeah, I'm saying like you'd say
Every
it before
game.
every game.
Imagine national.
It is quite cool being, it's prideful, obviously, being from your country. I do get it, but
Imagine the League of
yeah,
Ireland.
that national,
Shoulder,
yeah,
shoulder.
yeah.
See,
I mean, the Irish people are very, very proud to be Irish, but they don't sing the national anthem as much as Americans do.
someone's national anthem.
That's one thing.
It's actually this nation right here. But Connor got me
Oh,
my first
wow.
ever Kenya top for Christmas. That's
Yeah.
very cold.
Shout out
Very cool.
classic football.
Wow.
We're still waiting on the brand deal.
Facts. And I'm waiting for the international call up. Is it going to come or what? Jesus.
Hey, if you win national
Hey,
South,
brother, that's a
I
great
know.
shout. Bro, that's a great shout. Maybe in the future, when someone, a shirt company notices that you wear football shirts every pod, they might sponsor you.
I'm just dying for some notoriety here. Like, please, just someone see this. Just send me something free. Send me 10% off. Like, just
I'm gonna
anything,
DM
bro.
them. I'm gonna DM them.
Just anything, bro. Yeah, we have our famous TikToker here who's gonna
I'm
get
gonna
me
DM
a
them for you.
Yeah,
I'll pull some strings.
that's actually a very good shout, so.
Alexis actually telling me to do that the other day. Like the way he got brand deals at the start was just he just emailed people. He was
Really?
like, "Oh, what do you use all the time?" I was like, "Do you use protein powder?" I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Email the company you use," and they just get paid for using their protein stuff that you use anyway.
Yeah.
And he's like, "That's just
I mean,
what
it
we
makes sounds. Sounds? What the hell am I
do."
talking about? It makes. Huh? It, I mean, it makes sense if you're, do you know what I mean? If you're broadcasting your videos to, well, what's your view count now? Must be crazy, but like you're getting on average, what, 30,000 views each TikTok.
We have
Do you know what I mean?
we have a new guest to the pod, Ruby Topham, is trying
Oh,
to
Rubes.
jump on Soul's lap while we're there. She is.
Oh, man down. And she's actually got the toy that I bought her for Christmas. Here, but look, it used to have arms and legs.
Oh, that's ledge.
It's a paraplegic Santa.
That's brilliant.
Oh god.
Let it go. Let it go.
It's shit.
Oh, I thought she was
She's
gonna. I thought she was
a
gonna.
crazy dog. Like she'll step on the laptop. She has no boundaries whatsoever.
But
I
don't you get
love her though. She's such
I
good fun.
thought she was gonna jump over
not
you,
good fun
kind
enough. It's crazy. This dog is crazy.
And then Tops is so funny. He'll be like, "Oh, she's so well behaved." I'm like, "Tops, she was just crawling on the dinner table." Like,
This dog is clever though, because every time we're eating dinner, there's a free seat. It will somehow magically just be enough room so she can come and sit at the table, puppy dog eyes, and his family without fail. I don't know, I'm whispering because I think someone might be here. His family without fail will feed her. She knows that she will never eat her dinner, but she'll just be getting stuff on the table. I respect it.
Spag bol and halloumi,
That's
man.
tonight,
That's my
bro.
favorite.
That's tonight, bro.
That's
We're
tonight,
having
man.
a little spec.
Oh,
We
shut
actually
up.
think Barbie P might have come in the door. She's coming quite quietly though. If she has.
She's creeping.
She knows we're recording.
Yeah.
Quiet, man.
The spag bowl's it's in the slow.
She's the best, man.
Ruby needs to go to Auntie Debs' doggy daycare. If there's anyone watching this from Maidstone, you need your dog looking after.
Barbie P is
Debbie's
here.
doggy daycare on
Debbie's
Instagram.
doggy daycare,
Huh?
100%.
I don't know if you could hear that in the background, but we heard, "I am here." Barbie P.
Yeah. I'm just here.
Island. Is it cold and snowy?
It is cold, Bobby P. It is. It's -2 at the minute.
Is it?
It's
Yeah.
freezing.
It's sort of raining outside, but sort of I said it was sleet. Ben says it wasn't, but
Oh, really?
it's snowing.
Yeah. Now
as well.
there's no sleet here, just ice.
Oh, it's
Unfortunately.
dangerous. Be careful.
Yeah, he doesn't drive anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Oh yeah. Would you not
Excuse
drive
me,
away?
brother. Don't disrespect yourself.
Stand on it.
Don't disrespect yourself. In fact, that's one thing I've got to do actually is look at cars. If anyone in the comment section,
When you coming
Sorry?
back again? When you coming back again?
I am coming back. I'm not too sure. I haven't got anything booked, but
It is not
it'll be
really
soon, I'd say. I need to come over and collect my coat and stuff. So, Connor, leave this in. This is cool. Leave this
We
in.
could all come over to you.
Hey, you know I'd love
We
that.
don't want that. We don't want that.
Bring the spag
You know
ball
I'd love
all the
that.
way-
Yeah.
all the way across the
I just got
country.
to go and make the spag bowl now. I'm a bit late.
Best time of the week.
All right, enjoy.
Yeah, nice to see you. Bye.
You too. Take care.
Oh, what? Hey, I hope she understands that was actually going on pod.
That was actually, I really enjoyed. That was really
Oh,
cool.
we're
We're
gonna,
not
we're
cutting
gonna
out.
leave that.
Nah,
maybe
no
she thought it
chance.
was a FaceTime or something, but oh,
We got to let the viewers meet the whole sort of two Brits, one Yank.
what are you saying, boys? How have you been? Good?
Good man.
Yeah,
You're not
why
going to
is this
introduce us?
He's talking like
I'm
like
looking
not,
at you through the screen. Okay,
He's talking
Boney,
like I'm not next to him.
Boney, how are you doing? Good?
I forgot about that actually. I'm good, bro. I'm good. Yeah, I'm good, man. Been back here about a week now, so settled in nicely. Moved into a new gaff, which is cool. Moved in with John Martin, who's a good friend of mine, so I'm happy out.
bro.
And yup, bro. He's the legend of that. Yup, bro. But nah, man, happy out. Body's feeling it from the last couple of days though, so I suppose we'll come into that. But yeah, I'm good. How are you boys?
Yeah, very good. Nice to be back in Maidstone. Obviously settled in quite well now. think I've started the last 7 games. I think we've won all 7. So hey, not a bad little start to life. 17 unbeaten. Can't really argue with that, can we?
Yeah.
But
No.
have just lost
Was it
Russia.
flying?
Have just lost Russia and Paps, which is definitely 2 big losses. But I think that's the thing with loans. Fortunately, I think for some Maidstone fans, I can't be recalled. Other fans won't be too happy with it, but you're stuck with me for the rest of the season. So
Yeah, what was it?
Hell yeah.
The same day, both recalled, right?
yeah, but like
Yeah.
within like an hour of each other.
Yeah.
We literally got back-to-back messages. It was like Rushy said in the chat, like, "Oh, sorry, lads," and then 20 minutes later, people were still saying like "bye" to Rushy or whatever, and Paps went, "Is this a good time to put my message as well?" And everyone was like, "What the hell?" Rushy was like, "Nah, mate, you should have waited at least a day."
Paps was down to start as well. I'm saying Paps as if I know him, but that's obviously his nickname. He was down to start against Charlton, I believe,
Yeah, in the
but he
game.
got called off.
Yeah, but he did make his debut the other day, I think.
Yeah,
I think, was
came
it away
on
at
against-
I
Barnsley?
saw.
Against Barnsley.
I didn't think it was the best
Yeah.
result. Hey, made a League One debut. Really proud of him. And he deserved it, to be honest. He's been on absolute fire for us, and hopefully, I think he's playing back for them, which is a bit of a different role.
Yeah.
But hopefully, he can go over there and do his thing.
Yeah.
Good,
no,
man.
he's-
What about you,
he's done
Connor?
Really well. Yeah, it's been all right. I just signed a short-term deal at Folkestone just to get games, and yeah, I'm really enjoying being back playing. Most importantly, body feeling good. You know, touch wood, ankle hasn't given me any issues. So yeah, I'm feeling really good. Just enjoying being back playing and in the thick of things.
Hey, some of those
How have
pictures.
you found it? How's the body coping?
You should see some of the pictures he's played on. I hope his body must be awful because.
Right, I saw it.
Yeah.
Actually, we should put up the picture of you when you came off the bench and you just put like 20 minutes and this is your whole body was just covered.
It was a madness, like honestly. Yeah, it's you know, the Folkestone pitch cuts up very heavily.
You're
So
being so diplomatic. That's such
Yeah.
a nice way to put it.
yeah, it's
Very heavily. So how does that make any sense?
Yes, it does. But
it totally does. I don't
It
know
doesn't.
why,
You can
but,
say very quickly. Cuts up very quickly. What do you mean cuts up very? What did
cuts
you
up
say?
heavily.
like
Heavily cuts up, bro.
yeah, it cuts up a lot. Instead of quick, it cuts up quickly and heavily. It cuts up a lot. So yeah, it's you'll start the game for 15 minutes, you'll be fine, and then about the 20th minute, you just can't even like really dribble. But yeah, we played. I forget who it was. What game was it? It was the New Year's Day one, right?
I have no clue.
Yeah. Well, I'll put clips in. It was horrendous. And
Hastings.
Hastings. Yeah, actually,
was Hastings, yes.
match. I got my first bit of hate for our pod on the pitch. Player
From my friend.
Boney's boy, who I didn't even know, was like, "Well, your podcast is," and I was like, "That was the meanest thing anyone ever said to me on the pitch." I was so
Bro's
hurt.
gone on script. Sorry, what did you say?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna bleep it, bro.
I was gonna
As the editor, I'm gonna bleep it. But oh, bro, it was actually so funny. I was like, that is an outrageous thing to say. I hope to hear it more because that just means the pod gets out there more. But yeah,
I reckon we even put the message he sent to Boney after.
yeah,
I
bro.
think I should put that in here because
Bro called me a car crash. That is crazy.
so. I've been calling
And he called you Lord. What was it, Lord Voldemort or something?
I've heard that one before. You know,
Lord
I
Farquaad.
have.
Do you know who that is, Boney?
Yeah, he's from
From Shrek.
Shrek. That's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did actually. I genuinely did know that. I did know that.
A girl that played volleyball at Duke, she used to call me Lord Farquaad, and I'm like, "You're 6'5". I would just call her a giraffe, and then she's like, "You can't say that." And I'm like, "If you're gonna call me Lord Farquaad, I can call you a giraffe." Like, what? It's 2020. Well, that was like 2022, but it's 2025. Equality, man.
I would have loved to have been there for that. She definitely bullied you, man.
Yeah, defo.
Definitely bullied you.
100%, bro. But I gave it back. I'm all tough, you know. Bullying a girl back. Wow. But,
He should have. He was so upset about being, bro, and he said the pod. Like he said the pod.
fuming.
I can imagine.
Beating him 3-0, and he said the pod.
Yeah, yeah, I can imagine. You would have definitely been thinking
Bro,
about
I
that
didn't even know
after as
who he
well.
was. That's the best
Oh,
bit.
it's so
Like,
funny,
I had
man.
nothing to say back to him. I don't even know who he is.
And he's from around here, so it'd be
Yeah.
funny like seeing him out. And being
But
like,
he put so when he texted into the chat, you didn't even get his name right. It was like Tommy Flag or something you put, and I knew straight away who you was talking about. I was like, let me text him, and then
oh,
yeah, that one hurt me though. To be fair, saying the pod was rubbish hurt me.
yeah, but
But you got the last laugh, bro. You beat him.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, it's been good, man. The pitches though are crazy.
Hmm.
It's very physical. Probably is, I would say a bit less technical, more physical than the National South, but
Hmm.
yeah, I'm enjoying it. Just trying to make the most of it. The body feels actually like really good. Other than my back because I was sleeping on Tops's couch for ages, so I've got a on it now, but which is right there on
The
the
big
wall.
futon, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it's been good and enjoying it and just grateful to be back playing.
Connor, how was it being back with Gav?
Oh, bro, he's the best. I just love seeing him and like the family. It's
You know what? Yeah.
You know what? Yeah.
he nah, he's been great this season as well. He's played every minute. His body's really holding up. He looks so quick. I think just maybe with less training and Maidstone was 3G. It's tough on your body, and he looks
Yeah.
really. I saw him chase down a ball the other day. I was like, oh, it's going out of play. Saved it easily. I was like, I wouldn't have even attempted to go for it.
And his brother's wearing low socks now as well. He's got low
No,
socks.
he's
Throwing
not.
himself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. He had gloves on the other day against Bowers and
What?
Pitsy. It's mental.
Yeah, that's someone we have to get on the pod. I made a list of potential guests because we really do need to get people on the pod. It would be,
Hmm.
it's been a long time without that, but he is definitely a guest we've been trying to get on for ages. So hopefully, part of the reason I chose this move was to, try to get the boy on the pod.
Bro, good luck. We tried getting him on all last season didn't we? So when we first started the pod,
And he
he was
said,
like,
"Oh,
"Yeah, I'll
I'm
try him,
moving into my
man."
house. Oh,
Yeah,
I got the kids. Got to pick up from school. Oh, you
To
know
be
what?
fair,
Yeah.
how many kids does he have?
Yeah, 3 kids.
Yeah, so
true. But we said we'd travel to him, bring all the equipment to his. Nah, man, I've got to do the painting, man.
He just said he doesn't think it's his thing. But we'll convince him. We'll blackmail him eventually.
yeah,
There we go.
let's hope so.
Exactly. There we go. You're gonna ask me how much the preseason's getting
I
on?
already asked you, bro, and you said we'll go into it
It's such a
later.
weird thing. It's such a weird thing for us that you're doing pre-season in the winter. How actually is that?
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, boys, you can't see it, but it's freezing here. It's like -2 degrees at the minute. Like, everything's frozen over. I'm just looking at the garden
Oh, bro,
now.
just like
Speaking of frozen, yeah, your
Yeah,
screen
man.
is frozen.
Bro's got such bad connection. It's just freezing here.
Yeah. Yeah, I apologize to the viewers, man, because the connection isn't great. I'm actually on my 4G. Would you believe it? The other day, no, just before New Year's, we didn't have any Wi-Fi for 2 days.
That's
So we were
tough.
just stuck, me and Aidan O'Brien, we were just stuck playing FIFA. But I managed to get Roma to win the league, so do you know what I mean? Respect.
This guy is the
Do you know what I mean?
biggest
But
Roma fan after going to Roma. You would think his boy
I swear
plays
to God.
Atalanta. He's gone and seen Roma Atalanta, and he's a Roma fan now.
It was blue. Mate, got him tickets.
I was gutted when Atalanta scored.
No,
But
I was doing the Christmas presents, and I was like, you know what? I'll get this guy an Atalanta shirt. So I asked him like a few days before Christmas, like, oh, who like you prefer Atalanta over Roma? He's like, no, I quite like Roma, And I was like, damn, that
Yeah.
shirt's on the
I
way.
actually remember that. Yeah, I remember that. That's why I said it to you when I opened it. But man, I don't know what it is. Even the boys have noticed it. Like you see, when I come back from Rome, I just fell in love with the place. Like I'm even reading. It's like, in fact, my phone is balancing on my book, Marcus Aurelius, who used to be an old Rome emperor. There's a history lesson for today. But honestly, but I swear to God, just like I'm drinking double espressos, cooking up Italian dishes. You want to see my TikTok? In fact, go onto the TikTok, the Two Brits One Yank, and go onto the saved videos.
On the draft.
Have you seen it? It's
No.
just
I went on the Two Brits one, or I went on TikTok. I thought I was on my own, and I was like, why is everything about Gladiator and Rome on my For You page?
We won't talk about Twitter.
All right, this has gotten totally off track. We've said some things that we're probably gonna have to cut out, but I want to go back. Boney, how's your preseason going?
It's good, man. Like, I haven't obviously. Oh, when was the last time I trained? I think it was about 3, 4 months ago. So, yeah, to get back into the swing of things with the boys is really cool. The calf feels great. Body feels good. Apart from the bloody boots, the boots I've been wearing.
The Predators?
Our boys are good. Yeah, they're too tight. So my toenails have gone.
Black.
It's probably you've gone black, so
Yeah.
it's really uncomfortable. It's so like yesterday, I was limping around the house, but it's like a good sore, like where you get those sores when you're playing football. Now, you know what I mean? You get those aches
Yeah,
and pains
exactly.
from football, and you obviously when you're training and stuff, you get them. They're actually a good pain. So yeah, man. Apart from that, it's been good. Tough 2 days. We've got a few games lined up, which is really exciting. Moved into the new gaff, like I said, with John Martin and the new signing Ellis Chapman. So just really happy, man. In a really good place mentally, physically as well. So yeah, just really pleased and looking forward to what's to come in the coming weeks.
That's really good to hear. Really
Yeah.
good to hear, especially as a friend that
Yeah.
plays Melody. You're really enjoying it because I know there probably was times where it was quite tough being out in Ireland, especially
Yeah.
after having such a successful season or year with
Yeah.
Maidstone, moving out there, getting injured, it
Yeah.
can be quite tough and quite lonely. So to hear that you're
Mhm.
enjoying it is really good. I've also got to ask you a question.
Of course,
You
man.
get half a size up in the Adidas boots because they're smaller. You do know that.
Yeah, no, I didn't. And now I've come to realize that is the
Yeah,
case.
like I'm
Yeah.
a nine and a
I
half.
got a size 9.
I'm a 9.5 Nike, but I'm a 10 in Adidas.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
so
let's just say go on.
you're a UK 9, but
Yes.
in everything else, but you should be a UK 9.5. Well, I'm a UK 9 in
Yes.
Adidas, so if you want to swing those over to me, I'll send you the address. And
Brother, I promise you now, I'm very tempted to not use them. No, I'm not messing, boys. It's been the worst. When someone stands on your toe and it's just sore for like maybe a few hours and then it's bearable. Last night, I had to sleep with my feet out of the covers because if my toes were touching the covers, it was so sore. It's gone like all swollen
You're gonna have to
above my
pierce it.
toenail. It's
You have to pierce
horrible.
your
yeah,
toenail.
you have to
That's
drain.
what I'm gonna have to do that, but just where they're so sensitive at the minute, I can't do it right now. I need to
They're
wait,
pretty
maybe
easy.
sleep on it tonight.
Yeah, but don't let this
Oh, bro.
Boney, just
Bro,
go to the physio, man. Don't let this brother do
But it's so easy. I
at-home
don't know
surgery.
if this is actually if I should have done this, but I did it with a paper clip, and I just heated up a paper clip until it's literally like red hot and blue, and you literally just press it like softly on your nail, and it just heats it up, and it just pisses out, and it comes out. It's fine, and it feels so much better after.
Boney, you remember my toes
Uh,
last season? When I stopped playing because my ankle injury, I had
My ankle.
four toenails on, 6 off, because I just wear my boots so tight, which is probably really bad for your feet, and maybe why
It's
I
really
hate my
bad.
ankle. But yeah,
That's horrible.
Genuinely, bro, I swear on my life, if only Coiler was here, he'd tell you I was trying to walk around the gaff last night and I was just like hobbling along. It was horrible. And like even when I put my trainers on, it's so sore. But like I said, it's nothing crazy. I'm training again tomorrow, so I might just have to do your technique so I can get it sorted.
yeah,
And get
it's
some toe plasters or
a
something
brand new
because
boots
honestly, it's really sore.
pre-season.
Brand new boots of
Yeah.
pre-season is a rookie mistake, brother.
No, he wore them at we did a
Oh.
session at the park. He wore them then.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. And obviously, I did a couple sessions of rehab, so I was wearing them as well, and it was fine.
Yeah.
But the other, what are you laughing at?
You're just
The other
you're-
day,
bro,
I just,
you're gonna get sacked for this connection. Like it's actually outrageous.
bro, you can't sack me. You
Bro's
can't sack.
doing,
That's
wait,
crazy.
Bro's doing
Don't- no,
Champions
you
League
can't sack
qualifiers
me.
and has not even got decent Wi-Fi.
I was gonna say
That's
you can use
crazy.
that bonus money and get some Wi-Fi, bro.
What?
What do you mean
I had
what?
to send it to you, bro, for the equipment. I had to send it to you for the equipment. I
Yeah,
got no bonus money left.
think of how stressed I've been, bro. I was out that money for about a year.
Right, okay, here's the question. Question for the pod. In the winter months, I asked this question yesterday. Would you rather play on a 3G or play on the pitches? As in for National League South,
Yeah,
Isthmian Prem level.
yeah, because I was gonna say like if you're in the Prem,
Yeah,
obviously you'd want
yeah,
the
exactly.
I would rather play on 3G, 4G all year round,
really?
100%.
Would you?
And after playing at Bath this year, I'd 100% rather play on 3G all year round.
Yeah, but they have a notoriously bad pitch as
Yeah.
well.
When it got to November, you couldn't even run. It was crazy. And the
Yeah.
game was
Really?
choppy, it was horrible. I'll send you a picture of Jordan Alvarez's shirt from the game they played like 2 weeks ago. And
I think I might have seen it.
mental. It is mental. But
Yeah.
Did he
definitely,
post it on social media?
yeah, he did.
Yeah, I think I saw it actually.
I'm telling you, I think that just for the consistency of the role, everything, it's so much better to play on 4G. I think so.
Mhm.
I know. I'm in full agreement. I think until about October, if you have like your standard like run of the mill National League South club that has grass, October it's doable. And then once it gets to like late October until probably March, you'd much rather be 3G. So at that point, that's
Mhm.
probably 70% of the season. It probably would just be easier if everyone was 4G.
Unless you're a team like Torquay who have an unbelievable pitch, someone like that, then yeah, definitely.
You have to bring your studs when you
Mhm.
go there,
You, yeah.
right? Yeah, last
What's
season
that?
we're laughing.
Oh, that's from
Last,
when you said.
yeah, last season we were
I
talking about
remember
Turkey in the FA Cup episode. I was like, yeah, you have to bring your studs
No,
when
he
you go
actually
there.
didn't say that. He went, you have to bring your medals. You gotta bring your medals.
that.
And I've never actually been there, but no one called me on it, and I was just like, okay, great. I didn't have anything to say about the game, so I was like, yeah, like I just remember a couple players like slipped or whatever, and I was like, yeah, you really just have to bring your studs if you go there. And no one said anything. Perfect.
Got away with that. Yeah, I think we played Hornchurch this season, maybe in like September, and their pitch, like we thought the game was getting called off. That's how bad the pitch was. Like some of the pitches
Really?
shocking in this league, shocking.
Well, when I was at
Uh,
Brady, they train at a 3G sometimes, with also that grass pitch next to the stadium. Bro, from late August, or no, well, I didn't come. I came early September. Early September, you had to wear studs in training. Like there was no way you could get away with firm ground. You'd just be slipping around the entire time.
really?
Yeah.
I was only telling the boys yesterday about who was it, boy? Was it Truro or what's the other team that was in the division last year? They got
Taunton.
relegated in the end.
Taunton.
Taunton. I can't remember which one, but can you remember their mad schedule where their pitch was just
Yeah,
constantly waterlogged? And they had to do like Monday, Wednesday, Saturday,
I
Tuesday,
think they had to
Thursday, Saturday
play.
or something.
I think they had to play 13 games in a month, so it turned out to be like every 3 days they had to play a game, basically.
And they had like every other weekend off in like February.
Yeah, because who was it? Yeovil won the league at Taunton on a Thursday, and they'd played the night before on the Wednesday. Back to back,
Yes.
I remember
back
that.
days.
I remember
And
that.
Yeovil beat him on the Thursday and won the league.
That is
So
how.
it was,
And they
yeah.
actually played at Gloucester, which is like, I think it's like 70 miles away.
That is
Wow.
outrageous. Yeah. What
I
was
tell you what, Yeovil, go on, Connor.
there was like a stat that where I think it was
From
Truro
Truro.
was playing. What was it? You would remember.
So Truro at first were playing their games at Plymouth Parkway because their stadium was getting done. Plymouth Parkway ended up their stadium just got absolutely battered, which meant that Truro had to move to Taunton, which is even further north. Taunton pitch was getting battered, so Taunton and Truro both had to move to the most local 4G that met the requirements for the National League South, which was Gloucester, who played the National League North. And it was something like York City to Gloucester is 6 miles closer than Truro to Gloucester. That's how far away it is. And we'll put that
Yeah.
up on like the
The map, yeah.
it is honestly like a 4 hour journey for a home game. So they were getting no fans whatsoever. I think we played there and there was like 80 people there.
Yeah, I mean,
And it was just Gloucester fans.
if that's your hometown club and you have to go to an away day for your hometown club to watch a home match, you're just not going to do it, are you?
It is
Well,
odd.
there was no one there. Can you remember when we played? Oh, geez, I think it was Truro or something. It was Truro. We got beat 3-0.
Lost them, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. There was no one there.
It
There
was
was
so
literally
strange.
no one there.
It
Yeah,
was,
it was just a few Maidstone fans that had made the journey, but their home fans were virtually nothing.
but now if you look at Truro are doing quite well this season because firstly it's so far away from everywhere else. Like
Yeah.
it's so
Yeah,
far.
you overnighted.
We had to go overnight. It's the
Yeah.
only overnight we'll do, I think, this season. And they still
Mhm.
get, I think they had like 1,800 and it was absolutely minging. The conditions were horrible,
Really.
windy, rain, and because they get a good following and well, good home crowd, and it's so far away, they do so well at home. So well.
Boys, listen to this race. So myself and John, we played with a boy. Do you know Cameron Evans?
Who plays for Newport now?
Yes.
From
He
Taunton.
was at Taunton. He
Yeah.
was at Taunton last season, but did you hear how he managed to get to Newport?
I do know, yeah.
I
He
have not
didn't
heard
he
that.
text
LinkedIn.
someone through LinkedIn.
LinkedIn, yeah.
No way.
I managed to arrange himself a trial, and yeah, they signed him,
Yeah, so
which is
Grimsby, who's one of my good mates at Bath, was telling me that he basically looked at the club and was like, he's a young centre half, played quite a few games in the National League South, and even I think
Mhm,
Cameron Evans probably admit technically he's not the best player. He was like,
mhm,
oh, I just got someone on LinkedIn, I'm gonna message him,
mhm.
see if I can come along or whatever. And they said, yeah, we're like open to players. We can obviously the money won't be the best if you come here, but it's a great opportunity to play in the football league if it was to happen.
Yeah,
And they really
yeah.
liked the attitude and stuff, and they gave him a deal.
It's a great story, isn't
That
it?
is crazy.
I think he could be playing as well.
No,
I
I
mean,
think
John
he's
said the other
now
day he was playing.
he's now consistently playing, yeah. At the start, he wasn't too
Wow,
much, but he broke into the side, yeah.
that's incredible. Fair play to him.
That is
What a
outrageous.
great story.
Yeah,
Unbelievable story.
it's stories like that. It's like just shows the importance of just putting your name out there and just reaching
Hmm.
out to people, getting connections. A
Hmm.
lot of moves that you get is who you know, because I'm sure we've all
Hmm.
experienced it. And you don't want to compare yourself to other people too much because you'll go crazy doing that. But you can see someone get a move and you're like, how has he managed to do that? And then it's like, oh, well, he knows this person who was this guy's coach
Hmm.
growing up. And that's how a lot of this stuff comes to be, you know?
Familiarity is a
Hmm.
massive thing in football,
Yeah.
definitely. And you kind of a lot of managers do stick to who they know and what they know a lot of the time because they
Of
can trust
course.
it. They can trust it.
Yeah.
Of course. 100%. It's like Aidan O'Brien. I think he knew the assistant at Woking. I was going to say Worthing then, but he knows the
Massive
assistant
time for you as
at
well.
yeah, bro, I didn't realize when I told you New
Bro,
Year's
you were
He
Eve.
told us, I was like, Aidan O'Brien's going to Worthing. I was like, oh my God, Worthing are having a right go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Right.
gonna
When I
say.
saw him get announced
Yeah, yeah,
at
yeah.
Woking, I was like, oh.
How, like, okay, I can
Honestly.
understand me messing that up. Like, not living here, like, I'd never heard of Worthing or Woking before last season. How have you messed that up? You're
I
English
I
and
genuinely
you
always
played
get them
in
muddled
both
up.
leagues.
Yeah, I do. I genuinely do get them muddled up. I
For like,
genuinely
for like
thought I
a
told
week, I
you
was just waiting
Woking.
for that Aiden O'Brien Worthing post. And I was also thinking, I was like,
Telling everyone at Folkestone.
I was like, that's kind of a crazy move for him. He's playing in the league, came to Ireland, won a league, and he's dropped to National South. I was like, hey, like fair play. And then Woking makes a bit more sense.
I thought, oh, he's trying to be close to his
Mm.
family. I was thinking, his family aren't in Worthing, are they? I think that's going to be a travelling
Yeah.
for his kids and stuff.
Yeah, I'll take that one, boys. That was miles off it. That was miles off it from me. But he's happy out, man. Ado's such a cool guy. I said it on pod before. When he signed for Shells, I thought, oh, bloody hell, like someone who's played X amount of games for Millwall, scored for his national team. I thought, oh, this fella could come in and be having himself. And wow, he's the nicest guy in football, man. One of the good guys in football. So funny. Has his little routine and that's it. He said it to we always used to go for a coffee. He'd always get like a little protein ball and a coffee, and then he'd be like, "Yeah, I'll have maybe my yogurt in a couple of hours." But then he used to have turkey burgers every night, and he was like, he said to Coyle and myself, he was like, "Boys, I wanna mix it up. Like, what should I do for dinner tonight?" And Coyle was like, "Ah, well, look, I make a nice salad. How about you get yourself a salad?" My boy was straight in Lidl buying all the ingredients, spinach, everything. Do you know what he had with it? A side of turkey burgers to go with his salad.
I've never heard of someone getting a main as a side. Oh yeah, like
Yeah, yeah, I
we'll
swear
have
to
the
God.
side salad.
Turkey burgers are good though. Some
I
lean,
don't, honestly.
some nice.
Yeah, turkey burgers are incredible, especially in the air fryer. Wow, they're
And is
incredible.
that
But
the night before a game or just like
Every
7 days a week?
no, to be fair, the boys, because he lived in this house with Coiler and Paddy, but Paddy's gone into his own place now, and I was obviously in the other house. They used to do fajita night before a game. It's just like a little tradition that the boys had where they'd sit here and Paddy would cook fajitas. So that's the only night where he'd switch it up. But he used to either get a protein bowl or an acai bowl. And he's obviously missing the acai bowl because he put it on his story the other night. He went out and bought the ingredients and to make an acai bowl. He put it on his story and tagged Mello as well.
Nah, bro, I'm telling you, so many footballers are such creatures of habit. I mean, you are for sure. You're
Yeah,
saying
Yeah.
match. For me, once I'm in a good run of form, I'm sticking with that meal every time. Don't have a good game, lose, I'll switch the type of pasta, but it's always like a pasta chicken.
I can't lie,
tomato.
I'm massively a creature of habit. I even wear the same shoes. Like now we've won like 7 games in a row, whatever. I will wear the same shoes
Mhm.
to the game day, even though they're absolutely battered. Because I go on my walk with them because I don't have any walking shoes here. So I'll go through fields in the morning and
Mhm.
I'll turn up to football in battered shoes, but because we've been winning, keep them. I have to wear the same pair of boxers, like loads of stuff.
That is outrageous.
Yeah, and
Same pair of boxes.
Yeah, because
Do you still go? Do you still go to the entry point on the far
no,
side of the ground?
yeah, so that's even a weirder one. Last season, I always went to in the car park. There's a far left, the turnstiles, and there was an entry
Mhm.
point that was always open because I got there so early. So I just go through there, and we were winning games. We went on that run for like 15 games, so we won or whatever. So I was going through there, going through there, going through there, and then even like if it was locked, I'd be banging the door. Security would be like, "What are you doing?" I'd be like, "Oh, can someone let me through here?"
Mhm.
Like, no, I'm a player. Can you just let me through, please? And then I had to like convince people to let me through this entry point just because it was like a superstition that we'd win if I was
Yeah.
going through there.
Do you have any superstitions, Boney?
No, I genuinely don't. I try to stay away from them because if you get into a habit of doing a particular thing and then you don't, and then you forget to do it or something, you don't want to go into the game going, "Oh, I forgot to walk through the entry point on the far side of the ground." Like I don't really want to go into the
But the
game
issue is,
thinking that.
the thing is though, like I can't not think of it. So like I just do it.
Really,
It's like in my mind, I just do it. But then I have this season, I haven't gone through.
really.
I went through it once, but I didn't. I think we drew to St Albans when I went through it, and I was like, oh, that means I don't have to go through it anymore. I can just go through the normal way. And now we've been winning ever since gone through the normal way, so I'll just keep on going through there.
Yeah, it's so funny. I'm
There
with
you
you.
go.
Bonnie. Like I do have superstitions, but I really do try to like actively limit them, just because there's so
Mhm.
many things that go into a match day, and the last thing you want to be thinking of is if you walked in like the proper door or something. But
Mhm.
yeah,
Mine's more about my preparation as well. Like if I haven't actually had time to like prepare my body, then I'm like, oh my god, like
Mhm.
that's in my own head. If I haven't walked through somewhere, realistically, it doesn't really make that big. It doesn't make a difference at all. But if say like if I haven't done my wall
But
sit, I haven't done my loading stuff, then that's when I'll be like, oh,
yeah,
I'll be feeling too good, or that's where it's in my head.
yeah.
yeah. To
That
be
is
fair, now I'd be sort of the same like that. I'd have to do my pre-game like stretches. That's the only sort of maybe superstition that I have. But you hear mad ones in football, like boys putting on their left sock and then their left boot, and
That's
then their
me.
right sock, their right boot. I'm like,
That's me. Everything I have to do is left sock, left shin pad, right shin pad, left boot, right boot. It just feels natural because you read from like left to right, so it just makes sense to me.
I would say if
but
I
then what
was
would happen if you forgot?
Huh?
You wouldn't forget though, would you? I was gonna say, what would you do if you forgot to do that particular like superstition?
Bro,
But
it's
then
just,
you wouldn't forget, would you?
it's just everything you do is just
It's
there.
natural.
it makes sense. I'd probably put my left boot. Yeah, I think most of the time I'll put my left boot on first, but I won't do it like consciously, you know? That is,
Mhm.
you must have OCD as well as ADHD, by the way.
It's just that's my ADHD creeping into autism. I think
Oh
that's where it's
my,
just creeping just across the line.
my brother is self-diagnosed. ADHD, OCD, all
I don't want OCD. I don't want
He's
OCD.
got everything. No,
If you see my bedroom, I do not have OCD.
well,
Trust me.
this guy Tops, again, for the viewers who don't know, he's been on the pod and I'm staying with him. This guy Tops has OCD according to Tops. His room is just clean. That's it. The guy will leave bottles, his yogurt out at night. I know you got yogurt, but he'll leave everything out and then be like, yeah, my OCD, you have to pinch the curtain. It's really bothering me. I'm like, you can't have OCD with some things and with others. I'm like, you have selective, self-diagnosed OCD.
Nah, but his OCD's so funny, but he has to get into bed a certain way. Like, he gets the cover, puts it down, sits on it, and then goes, Ruby, up you come. And then Ruby will like sit in the exact same place. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But then I guess it's the same thing of putting like a boot on first, like, but that's just him in his everyday life.
Yeah, but you as well, because you're so particular, but then the state of your car.
Yeah.
You're like the messiest person I know, but you're so particular.
I don't know. I think like these are things that I think are gonna, I don't think it's gonna affect performance, but I just feel like that in my brain, that just works better going left and right.
Yeah, well,
Have
maybe...
we spoke about Lucas before?
I mean, Lucas, this guy would set his alarm every day at 7:03 because it added up to 10 and 10 was a number he liked. So
and
no
he
matter
likes number 3. And he likes number 3.
Yeah. So no matter what, he would wake up at 7:03 every morning. He was, I mean, this guy could find dust anywhere. Like for 45 minutes per week, me and him for an apartment that was 3 rooms would dust and hoover. I was like, bro, like I don't even know what I'm doing at this point. Like I'm just cleaning over clean. You can't you can't make up a mess. There's nothing here. But yeah, he was very particular in his ways. But I think that also goes with goalkeepers as well. You know, you see a lot of them are very superstitious about not letting anything in their goal. You know,
that's with him. I remember like before small-sided. It's like even now I've come back to Maidstone, you can't kick a ball before small-sided. So say they say, oh, all the balls to the goal. Lucas will have all of them in a pile to the side of the goal, and then even if you try to kick one towards him, he'll like actively try and like save it, like so before even playing. Whereas like Lenny and Alexis now, you can just kick the ball in the net and it's absolutely fine. Like they just grab it from the net.
Yeah, and in small-sided,
it's easier.
If someone misses, right, it helps to have a goalkeeper play quickly, so they just grab it up the net. Lucas would run around the goal and grab it from the side and then play.
I remember when we did small-sided, and you know, like there's 3 teams. The team that stopped playing would be on the sides, and one would be besides the goal. I remember being too close to the post, and he said, "Boney, do you mind just moving?" And I was like, my initial reaction was like, "What?" And then I realized he was like that, and I was like, "Oh yeah, no problem. Sorry, Lucas." But I was literally besides the post. He was like, "Nah, I don't like it." I was like, "All right, you do you."
It's so strange, isn't it?
You know what So say you're practicing like penalties or free kicks in training. If anyone walks across like my path, I would have to go and like restart because you just have like a routine.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's superstitious versus just having a set routine that you stick to in a match. No referee's gonna walk across. So I think maybe that's somewhat
it's just what they're comfortable with, though, isn't it? And realistically, in a game, you're not going to have somebody by that post the whole time. Do you know what I mean? Like, no one's going to be that close to you. So if it's a distraction or whatever, if you get comfortable with it there, you don't want it there. Like,
yeah, it makes sense. Yeah. Well, I think that's a good place to leave off. We've talked about a range of topics: our careers, souls, undiagnosed medical conditions, and I've really enjoyed it. Yeah, it's been our first pod in about 2 to 3 weeks. You know, obviously with Christmas and New Year, it's been quite difficult, but really glad to get back in the swing of things. And looking forward to bringing more content out soon.